Welcome back to part 2 of building a power team. This part focuses on the technology side of building a team. The technology is just as important as the human beings. You need both. You need good systems in place, good people to run those systems, and you'll be amazed again at how quickly you can build this thing out by having all of the right pieces in place working like a well-oiled machine. So now we're talking about automating with technology and system partners. One key to building that team is having calendars or channel management software to bring all of your listings on all platforms into one place. Good channel management options could be Logify.com, Toki, Guesty. All of these are great channel management software tools. There are many out there. So just do your research and figure out which one works best for you and your business model. But basically what a channel management software does is, if your listing is on Airbnb and Booking.com and say Expedia all at the same time, if somebody books on Booking.com, it will automatically cancel it out on Airbnb and Expedia so that you're not overbooking and having 2 or 3 guests showing up at the same property at the same time and that becoming a big mess, as you can see pretty easily. So what channel management software does is it manages all of the different platforms or channels that your listing is on, and it pulls it all into one place so that you can see what's going on and manage all of them from one software. Probably as early as possible into starting your business as possible. Once you get familiar with one platform and get good at this, as soon as you start trying to list it in other places, you want to put this kind of software in place. Another piece of technology and system partner is dynamic pricing. This is one of the metrics that help you. What Airbnb specifically does is they actually gauge or rate you, and the algorithms work in your favor when you have dynamic pricing. In other words, you just don't have a flat rate of $200 a night, flat fee Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday or the weekend, you're doing $250. Or $300. That's kind of considered a fixed price. These search engines work well or respond well to what's called dynamic pricing, which is actually what the hotels do, where they'll make the price automatically adjust and fluctuate based on the time of year and seasonality, based on weekend or weekday, based on the demand in the area for travel and people renting out, units. So you want to basically have yours set as a dynamic pricing platform or listing so that it actually looks to them as well, to Airbnb and other platforms, like you're an attentive host, which also it helps with your ratings in an amazing way. So some good auto pricing software options include Price Labs, Beyond Pricing, Wheelhouse, Capterra. Again, you have to do your research to determine which one works best with your business model. I emphasize that because there are so many new and wonderful technologies out there, and they all do some things better than others. So you have to determine that. But you definitely want a good auto pricing software as a part of your technology and system partner. Guest communication, also important. From start to finish, the guest needs to feel like you're engaged, you're involved, they're getting the communication they need from you as they're booking your unit. All of their questions are getting answered and all of that good stuff. And so some good guest communication software is SmartBnB, Guesty, HostAway. Again, software like this also helps you with your response rate, which is also important for ranking. So all of these tools end up putting you in position, almost like SEO, to help you to rank higher and better on these platforms, because they integrate all of the things these platforms look for in a great host and put them at your fingertips. So you do want to, again, do your research, because there are hundreds of these platforms out there these days, I promise you. So find the one that works best for you. Another part of your team building technology is digital guidebooks. And all of this does is just gives your guests detailed instructions before check-in, plus like recommendations on where to eat, other activities around the city, where are some of the attractions, what's in walking distance, whether it be bike trails or jogging trails or beaches or whatever the case may be. So a good guidebook goes a long way with you being able to both capture the information from your clients, as well as just a nice extra perk that makes them feel like you paid attention and gave them everything they needed to have a very successful and wonderful and memorable trip. This will almost guarantee that you will also get great ratings or great reviews which will increase your ranking and your ratings as well. And so some places you can get the guidebooks are Hostfully, TouchStay, New Book. Creates a better experience for your guests, which improves the great reviews you receive, which of course again also as an extension improves your ranking. So find the one that works for you. Again, there are many out there. I just listed a few really quickly, but you need a great guidebook software, and every great host I know has a software that allows them to create really good guidebooks. You also of course need your market data. How do you determine how to price, where to place your Airbnb, all of that good stuff, or your short-term rental. I talked about AirDNA earlier. These are just, again, some other research software options. AirDNA, Airptix, All the Rooms. Of course, you have ModVisor. There are so many out there. So the same thing, you want to just do your research, find the one that works for you. Use this to run comps so you determine how the area will perform before locking down the location. So you have to have some stuff like this as a part of your integrated team. Here we go again, talking about one of the most important parts of your short-term rental business is cleaning management, or your cleaning crew. Along with that comes good cleaning management tools. Turnover B&B, Tidy. There are many of these platforms as well. Some of these platforms allow you to manage the entire cleaning process. Literally, from the time your guest checks out and the cleaning service checks in, you get a notification. As they're cleaning, you get a notification. When they're done cleaning, you get a notification, and they also have to upload pictures of each room that's been cleaned so you can actually see and have a paper trail for seeing how well it looks and if they cleaned it properly. A lot of these new apps, you also can source your cleaning crew through the app. So you actually can use the app itself as a way to find good cleaners or to build your team. So look into this, because these are also great tools and necessary tools at some stage in your business. Again, these apps like this in terms of cleaning, running your comps, so things like AirDNA, Turnover B&B, those are things that are essential almost from the very beginning. So just keep that in mind as you begin to figure out what you need and at what stage you need to start building your team or adding to your team. And finally, you will need to definitely eventually lock in a virtual assistant. This will almost completely free you up as close to passive as you can imagine for this business model. There are many of these platforms out there, so just do your due diligence. Again, you may not need this stuff just starting out in the beginning, but at some point, you want to integrate all these systems, because integrating these systems will help you to build a truly passive business model that allows you to be minimal hands-on while you're focusing on just growing the business and adding more units, and even getting into some other areas of real estate investing eventually. You will add these things as you grow. In the beginning, you will wear many hats, and because you want to keep costs down and keep your communication simple. You want to start with one platform, so you familiarize yourself with that platform and get good with that one, and then you branch out. And so now you need to add in your channel management software, etc. So as you grow your team, and you add your team each time the current resources start becoming strained. Anytime you start feeling like you're doing too much, or what you have in place right now can't hold the level of growth you're achieving, you want to keep adding those things as it becomes strained, not waiting till it becomes broken, but just as it reaches its capacity or its limits, you want to then add in these other tools and these other members to your ground team as well. The idea is to get the help before you need it to prevent major disruptions in your business. In summary, no person is an island. You can't scale a business trying to do it all by yourself forever. You do all you can for as long as you can, but as soon as those resources become strained, you want to just add the right people. So you need a team. You need the tools, because tools and reliable people make short-term rental management work. Your business success depends on how good your team is. Bottom line, a sloppy cleaning crew, you have no business. So you're only as good as each member you add to your team and each piece of technology you integrate and system that you add to the business model. Great teams take time to build. You might not get any of these right the first round, and have to replace everybody. But just know that as you build, as you find the needs of your business, you will find and attract the right kinds of talent, and that becomes the core of your business, and you will see great success really quickly with the right people and the right technology in place. The more short-term rental units, the more people you will need. Keep that in mind and don't forget it. Also, many tools are not necessary in the beginning, but would definitely be necessary for scalability. See you on the next lesson.